What's up, boys? Taking a look at some more NBA player props today over on prizepicks. We are currently on an 8-1 NBA run and I believe an 8-2 college basketball run. So we've been having some pretty damn good days so far this NBA season, and especially recently. So let's just hop straight in. This video applies to prizepicks, but also other player prop websites out there and also sportsbooks. So let's just hop straight in and take a look at this NBA slate today on Monday. Pretty huge slate that we have going on here. Really excited for it. If you are not on prizepicks though, make sure you use my code DOMG. It gets you a 100% deposit match up to $100. The link is down in my description below. It's available in most states and most of Canada. Tons of promos all the time and tons of value on this board. I'm telling you guys, way better value than I've seen anywhere, and that includes sportsbooks, by the way. But we have another promo today. Yesterday you got $20 back if you missed your first entry placed after 10:30. So $20 protect to play yesterday was pretty sweet. And then we have a Cyber Monday discounts today. So apparently all day long there's going to be guys getting discounted. So maybe we have like Bradley Beal bumped down to 20.5 points, giving us even better value on this prizepicks board. I haven't seen any sports books or anything doing that. So prizepicks, I love it. Link is down in my description below. And again, use my code DOMG to get that 100% deposit match. But yeah, we've been killing it so far this NBA season. I went up 13.4 units yesterday. We had a 7-0 sweep like 5-6 days ago at this point. And maybe it was a week ago at this point, but 4-1 last night over on the Patreon. 4-0 the day before that. So 8-1 run going on so far. Link for the Patreon is down in my description below. But if you want access to every single thing that I run, let's take a look at an in-depth breakdown of that Patreon. If you are interested in seeing every single one of my plays, check out the Patreon. The link is down in the description below. There are 3 different tiers. There's NFL, NBA, and all sports. With access to the Patreon, you guys get every single play that I play, on top of these plays being ranked by confidence level and write-ups to go with every single prop that I post. Once again, the link is down in the description below, so check it out. We have over 500 members now on the Patreon. So seriously, I do appreciate you guys. Tons of different tiers to choose from. I now have 4 different tiers, and NBA is now included also with college basketball. So yeah, a bunch of stuff over on the Patreon if you guys are interested. Final thing though, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe. And now let's hop in. Have those post notifications on so you do not miss future videos. But okay, so let's start off with a point prop on the under. And listen to this breakdown here, because you guys have to listen to this breakdown right here, because there is some stuff going on with this one, especially when it comes to an under. I like Kristaps Porzingis, under 21.5 points against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So Porzingis here, again, listen to this breakdown here and always tail at your own risk. But he's at minus 125 to go under 21.5 points. He's hit this in only 6 out of 19 games so far this season. He's only gone over in 6 games, and now he faces Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns. But the thing is, I've only made 1 entry with Porzingis so far, and the reason is Kyle Kuzma is questionable. I do think Kyle Kuzma is going to play. I do think Kyle Kuzma will play. He was out yesterday because of the back, but I think that's because he's on a back-to-back. So they played yesterday. He should be playing today, I would assume. I assume they were just resting him because of the back-to-back, and I assume he's going to play today, but I'm holding off to make sure Kyle Kuzma is in fact playing in this one to put him in more entries. But I have already put Porzingis into 1 entry because still, he's only hit this in 6 games, and even without Kyle Kuzma against the Boston Celtics, he only took 11 field goal attempts right there and shot 63%. So, and he's gone under this plenty of times, even against like Miami and Charlotte. He's gone under with only 12 points against Charlotte, one of the easier matchups, or should have been. And now he's facing Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year, and then you also have Karl Anthony Towns locking it down. So again, I am waiting on that Kyle Kuzma news to pretty much lock him into some more entries, but let's dive into this a little bit more here and show you guys why I do like this. Because if you take a look at the center here and how the Timberwolves have been defending them, they're only allowing 17.25 points to the center position per game. That is the second least in the NBA. Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns are locking the centers down so far this season. So Minnesota allowing the second least amount of points per game to this opposing center position so far this season. So I really like the spot for him right here. He has gone under this in previous matchups versus like Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, but that's because they had guys like Bradley Beal out, or when he was with the Dallas Mavericks, Luka was out. So I'm not worried about those past matchups against Cat or Gobert, especially when you have them on the same team. I really think that they can lock Porzingis down in this one. And again, he's only hit this in 6 games so far this season. So I really like the spot here for Porzingis to go under against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So now let's move on and talk about a second player prop. This is again going to be a points prop on the over. So another points prop here. So these should definitely be applying to you guys over on the sports books. But let's take a look here at the odds, by the way, because I forgot to cover this a little bit earlier for some of you sports books guys out there. But he's like a minus 102, or I'm sorry, minus 125 to go under all of these, but he's a plus 105 to go under 20.5. So he's already at 20.5 on some places right there. So pretty much minus 125 across the board. So a lot of these guys are on the same page with Porzingis right here. So pretty stable right there. But I'm going with the point prop on the over. I'm going with Zach LaVine over 21.5 points against the Utah Jazz. There's a couple different reasons for this. Stay for the breakdown and let me know what you guys think. Let me know your favorite player props down in the comment section below for today, because we have Cyber Monday, man. We need some pairs for sure for those 2 big power plays. But he's a minus 135 to go over 21.5. He's a minus 135, I believe, on DK to go over 21.5. So he's hitting 8 out of 15 games so far this season. He's only hitting 8 out of 15. However, this is a very, very high over-under in this game. And he was also 2 for 2 versus Utah last season with 26 and 23 points. Or I'm sorry, 26 and 33 points last season. And they've also been allowing quite a few points to the shooting guard so far this season. So let's dive in here and take more of a look into Zach LaVine. So this game right here, it's a little bit later. He's going to be on the road going to Utah. It's at 9 p.m. tonight. It's a 235.5 over-under. So very, very high over-under in that one. Right there, minus 1.5 right there for Utah. So it should be hopefully a pretty close game as well, in the 1.5 point spread. We take a look at the shooting guard here and what Utah has been allowing to the shooting guard so far this season. If this will load, there we go. So Utah Jazz here, they're kind of in the middle of the pack when it comes to season-long points per game to the shooting guard. If you take a look at the last 7 games here, Utah's allowing the 5th most points per game in the last 7 games to the shooting guard. So they've been getting killed by the shooting guard pretty recently for the most part. They should have Markkanen back in this one. Jordan Clarkson, Mike Conley. We'll see if Conley plays in this one. But I really do like the spot here for Zach LaVine to go over his points against Utah, because he's been doing pretty solid lately too, man. He had 45 minutes last game against OKC with 27 points in that game right there, even shooting 39%. So the field goal attempts are there. He's shooting 23, 17, 20 shots a game right around there. I think if he gets around 17 field goal attempts up there, he should hopefully be able to go over this point total. Even when he shot 6 for 17 in this one. Hopefully he doesn't shoot 6 for 17 in this one. But 35.3 right there, field goal percentage. I think he can definitely shoot a little bit higher than that, LaVine. So I think he can definitely go over this right here against Utah Jazz. And we take a look at the past matchups versus Utah. I spelled that wrong. There we go. So put in versus Utah, you can see 26 and 23 points. He's really destroyed them in the last 5 games he's played against them, dating back to 2020. He's gone over against them every single time. Now, it's not the same guys he's going against every single time, but he has, a pretty good track record against Utah for sure, man. So he had 33 minutes and 33 points the last time when on the road in Utah as well, and that one was just in March. So, only a couple months ago, man, he was able to go over this one against Utah. So I like the spot here for Zach LaVine. I like the spot for Porzingis' under in this one right here, and we have a lot coming today with the Prize Picks Cyber Monday here. But let's take a look though at the Bulls game and take a look at LaVine's odds in this one. So let's go to the points props here, and we can take a look here. So he's at 22.5 on FanDuel, so that's a little bit interesting. Minus 142, I don't like that. Minus 125, okay. Minus 125 on DK, and minus 125 on MGM. I kind of like those spots right there. 22.5 is, it's up to you guys if you want to play that at 22.5. I don't really know how I feel about that one. I don't really mind it, but I'd rather play, I think, 21.5 at minus 125, I think, right there for Zach LaVine. Minus 111 isn't too shabby, but I don't know. 23.5 I think is just too high. If it gets up to 23.5, I'm not playing that at 23.5. But I like him in the spot right here at Prize Picks at 21.5. I do like the spot for Zach LaVine in this one. I like the spot for Porzingis' under. Hopefully Kuzma is not playing. Hopefully Kuzma is playing because you like his under. So hopefully Kuzma is playing this one. I would expect him to, but that's just, my speculation, I guess, with it being a back-to-back and him being out the first game. I'm assuming it was a little bit of rest for Kuzma to go ahead and play this back-to-back against the Timberwolves. 2 10-10 teams going up against each other. Should be a very, very close game, I assume. So I really do like the spot here for Porzingis to go under, and then also, of course, Zach LaVine. So, again, Prize Picks link is down in my description below. Patreon link down in my description below. 8-2 college basketball run, I believe, and a 8-1 NBA run. So, 8-1 for NBA. 4-0 sweep just 2 days ago. We had the 7-0 sweep about a week ago. So, yeah, we've had some pretty damn good days over on the Patreon. A ton of new members have been joining. We have over 500 now. Seriously, I do appreciate you guys for joining the Patreon and just really sticking around and even being, watching these videos. Seriously, I do appreciate you guys. And that is pretty much going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys. Best of luck tonight. Enjoy that Cyber Monday discounts on Prize Picks.